What's up guys, it's Paraly5er here, and today I'm going to be showing you how I beat the game on WoW difficulty without dying. Now, I've done a series in the past where I beat the game on WoW, the 100 Days WoW series. I think we had about 50 deaths on that world, so I decided to challenge myself and try to beat the game on WoW without dying. As you can see, we're on WoW. I streamed almost all of this playthrough on my Twitch channel, so there's people that have watched most of it that can vouch that I both have never died playing this world, and I also have never reloaded playing this world, because that would obviously be cheating. I'm going to show you around the world today, show you all the different things in the world, and yeah, sit back and relax. A bit more of a chill video today. So this is what the world looks like. Obviously, we have all the locations discovered. We have all the milk molars, all the things you need for 100%. If you're curious on gold cards, we do have the red and black worker ant and a bunch of other gold cards here. We obviously had to get to 20 so that we can unlock stage 1 of Trapper-Peeper, because you do need that in order to 100% the game. In terms of mutations, we have all of these. Hide the face cam real quick. So as you can see, these are all tier 3. You only need them tier 1 in order to finish the game. But I decided, you know, I had a lot of free time while I was waiting for Burgle to refresh his quests. You can also see I don't have Reliable Friend, right? Which is a mutation you get if you play with other people. I don't have that one because I played this world on solo. We have the little holiday wreath as well on the bed, little bit of decoration. So this is my base. We are over by the oak tree right now. This is where I decided to build in the end, is inside of this can right here. This is a pretty common thing. I know there's plenty of people that have built bases in the can in the past. We got our little pallets here. We got our dew collectors for the water in the morning. Then over here is where my old base was. I don't think there's anything left of it, but my old base was over on the lily pad over here, this big lily pad. The problem with living on the lily pad, though, was that when you get raided in the game, it's based on where you live. So because I lived on the lily pad, I would always get raided by mosquitoes. And I don't know about you, but getting raided by mosquitoes, no bueno. So I had to move into the can, which means I now only get raided by lava and orb weavers. The only problem with living here is the orc enemies that are nearby. You can see the orb weavers on there. There's some orc enemies that spawn over there, which are really difficult to deal with. And you also have, I have a waft emitter over here. And when I activate this sometimes, the enemies will decide to attack the base, which is a bit annoying. They're supposed to be attacking the waft emitter. In terms of the inside of the base, peep the crib. We got the old Christmas tree here. Obviously, this doesn't do anything anymore, but it's still here. I got some drying racks then. We got a little way up to the top floor over here. You just jump up. It's nothing crazy, not even a staircase. I got all my chests. As you can see, these are really well organized. I really took the time to organize every single one of these chests and didn't just throw every item into them randomly. Damn, we even have all the granola bars in here. Look at that. Up above my head, there's a bunch of granola bars. Definitely didn't throw everything in here randomly. It's definitely purposeful use. Then we have the crafting table in the middle, and we've got a bunch of stuff around the edge, including a fridge that I used in order to survive here. In terms of things we have that I've used in the chest, we have the toenail scimitar. I used that a little bit for the blade master. I used the Black Ox crossbow for the sharpshooter. Made myself a level 9 sleek and bulky gas mask. We got the spicy staff as well. I have the Black Ox armor. I did indeed use this for Schmector, along with the Prod Smacker max level, because that's the best way to kill Schmector. If you're wondering how I killed Schmector, I used this armor. I did charge attacks with the Prod Smacker, and you're guaranteed to kill Schmector every single time. I think he only hit me 2 or 3 times the entire fight. In terms of armor in here, this is most of the rotten gear in here. There's my Prod Smacker level 9, as you can see. Nothing crazy in that chest, and that chest's a bunch of plates. We do have level 9 bulky antlion armor in here as well, which obviously I use in order to get the Coltana recipe, which you need to 100% the game. And then we have a few trinkets, a few smoothies. I don't know why I made level 9 roly-poly armor. That was pretty useless. In terms of markers, the only real markers I have on the world, that one there is for the lava cave, because I struggled to find the entrance. And then the other marker over there is for the red ant nest, obviously. For ziplines, I only built a single zipline, which is right here. It just goes to the upper yard. It's just to make my life a little bit easier, because otherwise it takes forever to get to the upper yard. In terms of other bosses I beat the mantis using my black ant egg method, where I would use a bunch of black ant eggs to stack damage, and then killed it in like 5 hits. I'll insert the clip. And then, what other bosses are there? I killed the Mant, is a pretty regular boss. I just used a mint mace. And then in terms of the assistant manager, I beat that quite early on with Ladybug Armor, and the Broodmother wasn't really a problem for me. Let's go through the loadout I used through the entire... I used the defense badge the entire time. That increases your damage resistance. So for those who don't know, there's two types of defense in the game. There's defense on the armor, which you can see is the defense bar, and you have resistance. So a full set of Ladybug Armor gives you 30% resistance, and the damage badge gives you 25% resistance. A defense badge gives you 25% resistance. That makes for a total of 55% of damage resistance. So when I get hit, 55% of that is instantly cancelled, and the remaining 45% is then reduced by the defense of my armor, which is relatively high. If you're wondering why I didn't switch to roly-poly armor, I really like the Ladybug armor, and I think that the effects you get from the Ladybug armor are far superior to running roly-poly armor, but that is just my opinion. Obviously, I already have all the Milk Molders and Megas, and everything is maxed out with those. Things I have in my inventory right now, I used Club of the Mother Demon, basically every variant. They're all level 8. The Sour one's level 9, that's a weird bug. The Spicy one's level 8, the Salty one's level 8, level 7 on the Mighty. The Mint Mace is level 9. I could have switched to a Club of the Mother Demon after beating the Mantis, but I didn't really have the resources for that. Obviously, a Black Ox Hammer, Black Ant Shovel, nothing crazy there. I made my Termite Axe spicy, just so when I was running around the yard, if I needed any food, I could quickly just hit it with the axe instead of switching to the club, which is a lot slower to swing. The Sour Rusty Spear is obviously for killing the spiny water fleas in the water. We have the Widow Dagger, which I was very fortunate to get the Venom for. We have 9 Widow kills, and I had 8 kills with 3 Venom. I killed the last Black Widow on the map to get me 9 kills, and it gave me 2 Venom, which was really, really lucky. So I was able to make the Dagger. And then we also have the Fire Ant Shield here, which obviously I think is the best tier 3 shield. It gives you block corrosion, which is really good. Has a chance to reduce the enemy defense, which is a great effect in my opinion. I also have a bunch of sap catchers over here, which they're just here. Like they're not really that useful. They just kind of exist, to be honest. I've barely collected from them. I collected from them a couple times, and then they kind of just sit there because they're not really that useful. If we head on down here, you'll see in the brain power, we have 3025, which I do believe is the maximum amount. Oh, my face cam's covering it. I do believe is the maximum amount you can currently get in the game is 3025 brain power. And if we head to the ASL over here, you can see all the molars are maxed. The shop is empty. I have 35 raw science left. And Burgle is still giving me terrible quests that give me no raw science. This man is a scam artist. Do not trust him. He's giving me quests that don't even add up to, like, more than 500 raw science. Like, he's a certified scammer, okay? Look at this man. I hate him, chat. He scammed me. He scammed me this whole time, and he's not very nice. I would have to say the most essential part to beating this world was probably the defense badge. I know it does reduce the damage you deal, but because I'm on WoW, it doesn't really matter. It's better to have something that increases my defense. And this badge, if you're trying to beat the game without dying, is the best choice. Like, there's no other choice to make. Also, in terms of mutations I use, I should probably cover that. Natural Explorer, obviously, at all times, just for getting around the yard quickly. I like Cardio Fan for that hyper stamina and the exhaustion recovery. Both are very good. Spicy Safety is really good against quite a lot of enemies in the game to increase your defense and reduce the damage you're taking. Mithridatism I'll use if I'm fighting a spider. Sometimes I'll switch for like Fresh Defense if I'm fighting a Bombardier. Or Coup de Grace if I don't need either. Or Annihilator if I'm fighting ants. You know, I have the privilege of having all the mutations, which helps a lot. And then obviously we have Apex Predator, which I use because I'm using the Club of the Mother Demon most of the time. And Apex Predator is the best mutation in order to do that. In terms of enemies, I think there was only one enemy I didn't kill this entire time. And that is the Infected Wolf Spider. That is because he is impossible to kill unless you have the Fungal Charm trinket, which I have not been lucky enough to get in this world. So because I don't have that trinket, I have not killed the Infected Wolf Spider. I did break a lot of fungal growth, but I just wasn't lucky. I wasn't able to get it. But that guy, he's easy to kill. The only problem is he has 2 attacks which are explosive, a jumping explosive and a like triple explosive. And if he does either of those attacks, they almost guaranteed kill you unless you have the Fungal Charm. If he does the triple attack, it actually is a guarantee to kill you unless you have the Fungal Charm and the Sleek Gas Mask. So you just can't survive. It's impossible. But here we are at the spacer. Let's hit the button. And as you'll see, once I finally get through all the cutscene and all the shenanigans that are here, we will indeed have 100% on the world. Right, here you go. This is the report card in case you were curious. As you can see, we survived 96 days. We didn't even make it to 100 days, and I was able to beat the game, which is really good. We killed 3,600 creatures. Quite a lot of kills, if you ask me, although a lot of those were spiderlings and lawn mites. We harvested 507 grass. You need 500 for tier 3 of Grassmaster, so that's mostly why I harvested that much, although a lot of that was to beat the mixers. Perfect blocks, 2,400. Yeah, I perfect block a lot of attacks, especially when you're fighting. You gotta understand, like, out of those 3,000 creatures, about 1,000 of those are lawn mites and spiderlings, which I don't need to worry about perfect blocking. So that's like, you'll probably look at an average of at least 1 perfect block per enemy killed, and a lot of those are also ants as well. So yeah, not bad. And then deaths 0. Obviously, I haven't died. It's a hardcore world. We get the S tier, we get 100% super win. I have everything in this world. I've basically completed Grounded at this point. Like, I beat the game on the hardest difficulty without dying. It doesn't get much harder than that. Now I'm probably going to start doing some speedruns of the game, so if you're looking forward to seeing those in the future, then that's probably the content that is coming up next. If you enjoyed this video and you like the information and you like seeing insight into the game and how I play it, then do leave a like on the video. I would very much appreciate it. I will see you in the next Grounded video. Have a great rest of your day.